Good morning and a warm welcome, dear listeners. I'm Sister Sterina, your host, and today I have the joy and privilege of welcoming a very special guest on our podcast, our beloved provincial superior, Reverend Sister Rufina Toscano. Sister Rufina is a leader with a heart of gold, a woman of prayer, and a guiding light for our Mumbai province. Her determination, simplicity, and selfless service have touched the lives of many. Today we will know her journey, her vision, and her inspiration more closely. Welcome, dear Sister Rufina. It is truly a blessing to have you with us. Here we go with your questions. The first one, looking back, what were some of the key moments that shaped you into a leader you are today?
Leader is not born, it's made. So I also was not born leader, I am made leader. It's key word of my leadership is my hard work, my faith in my God, and my trust in my ability to study, to work hard, to respond positively to all the situations of life. And these are the key words, especially my trust, faith in my God, Jesus my Lord, and the Holy Spirit.
Truly, sister, you are not just a leader who shows the way, goes the way, but you are a leader who are very caring for the people. Here we have the second question. As a provincial superior, what have been your biggest joys and challenges?
The biggest joy for me is the provincial superior to see my sisters like Sister Stelina blooming in a field of mission and in a mission, and the sister sitting here, and many more sisters, 205 sisters, doing wonderful work of mission, work of educating young minds and hearts like yours, and serving the poor and needy, sick in dispensary, and taking care of boys and girls who are orphan. No one to take care of them in our orphanages, and old people who are neglected, no one to care. Our sisters are there to tell them God still loves them and cares for them in our home for the aged.
We truly admire you, dear sister. Both challenges and joys get together, you are able to balance. It is truly a great wisdom. My next question is to you. Many admire your determination and daring spirit. What gives you the courage to take the bold steps?
Yeah, courage comes to me when I believe that I am not alone. God is with me. I am only partner with God. I have been sent by God, chosen by God to fulfill the purpose for which He has created me. That gives me courage, daring to use my God-given talents, potentials for the greater glory of God. To tell the human being that we are precious in the eyes of God. Everyone is very precious. So I am too precious in the eyes of God. And to glorify God's name by living happy, joyful life, meaningful life.
Yes, sister. Your own personality speaks about your bold and courageous personality. The next question, sister, outside of your responsibilities, what brings you joy or relaxation?
Listening to the music even in the bathroom. Reading books, taking walk in the nature, doing my exercise every day.
Yes, I have seen wherever I have put sister, she is always calm, serene, and very joyful and a cheerful person. And finally, sister, you have a last question. If you had to describe your leadership in just 3 words, what would they be?
Faith-filled, shepherd leadership, steward leadership, and servant leadership.
Sure, we have really experienced sister is truly more than a leader, she is a servant leader that describes you more better. Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear sister Rufina, for sharing your heart, your wisdom, and your inspiring journey with us today. Listening to you reminds us that true leadership flows from prayer, humility, and selfless service. On behalf of all our listeners, I express deep gratitude for your time and for the love you pour into our province. May God continue to bless your mission and guide your every step.
Good morning, respected Sister Rufina. Good morning, respected Sister Stevina. Myself, Arosa Puria, studying in 7th. Today, I would like to ask you a question. That would be, when I heard you had been selected to visit NASA, I was so excited to know about it. Sister, I would like to know how you felt at that moment and what was your experience?
It was very wonderful, awesome experience. Just by writing an essay on the topic importance of science and technology, I was awarded to visit this Space and Rocket Center. And it was so glorious experience, especially when we were asked to do the repairs of the space vehicle. We had to go practically on the ladder, go on the top, fix the knots over there. And with that, all the costume and helmet, I was suffocated. I told the leader who was guiding me, I said, please remove this helmet. I find it difficult for breathing. I said, no, you have to face the challenge. And I faced the challenge. I fixed that knot and came down. It was great joy to experience how our astronauts, when they go to the space, what are the difficulty, challenges they face with so much determination, joy. And that was really great joy for me. Secondly, when I came back, I was asked by them that we must create interest in the students for science and mathematics. Then wherever I went, of course I was not in the school, wherever I went, I created science club. And I taught students how to make water bottle, what do you call that, parachute style water bottles, and children were so much enthusiastic to learn this, and they were so fascinated to see me with their costume. And I'm sure I have created some interest in those students for space engineering, rocket engineering, and science and technology and maths.
Wow, sister, we are inspired by your words. We will also try to work hard and be a successful person like you. You help us to grow with wisdom and grace. So here's a flower of inspiration for you.
Good morning, respected Sister Rufina and respected Sister Selina. Myself, Ms. Samiksha Sampar from Standard 9C. I would like to ask you a question. What values do you think are most important for the teenagers today?
Hardworking. If you work hard, whole world is yours. Responsibility. Taking responsibility even when you are in 5th standard, 6th standard, responsibility of your duties. Then we must respect one another. Respect oneself, respect each and every one, because each person is the image and likeness of God. It's a gift, it's a blessing for us. And then be honest with yourself. Be honest with your work, be honest in all that you do and your dealings with one another.
Surely, hard work, responsibility, respect, these values will guide us no matter how the world changes. Surely, sister, we will try to practice these values in our day-to-day life. Sister, you are truly a person with visionary leadership, guided with wisdom, foresight, and a clear sense of mission. Here's a flower for you with the quality of visionary leadership. Good morning, Sister Rufina. Good morning, Sister Serena. Myself, Serena Monroe, studying standard 6th day. Sister, I have a question for you. That if we painted the school bag when you were small, what would we find? More books or more snacks?
Of course, books. Because I knew books is the only key for success in life. But don't, I have also my stomach. I would take care of my stomach also. Small packet of snacks always I kept in my bag and I shared with my friends during the recess. I took them to the school. Of course, now we are not allowed to go out of the campus, but we were allowed. So I had little money with me, carried all this money, where I took my friends with me and shared the snacks.
Oh, sister, you are just as me. I also carry chocolates and books both in my bag. In fact, today also I am carrying both into my
So
bag.
I will come during the recess to share with you.
Sister, you have a commitment to education. You always motivate schools and community to grow in knowledge and value. So here is a chocolate and flower for your commitment to education.
Oh, she's great. She's giving her chocolate.
Good morning, Sister Rufina. Good morning, Sister Serena. My name is Arohan Shukakwan and I am studying in second grade. Today I am going to ask you a question. Sister, when you were our age, did you ever work homework and give praise to your teacher?
Yes, my dear boy. Sometimes I also forgot to complete my homework. Sometimes I left my book under my bed. But my teachers were very kind. They told me, it's okay this time, not next time. Be responsible for your homework.
Oh, sister also had homework drama once upon a time. We are not alone. Sister is also with us. Sister, here's a flower for you with the quality of you. Good morning, respected Sister Rufina. Good morning, respected Sister Selvi. Myself, Arya from Standard 8. Sister, I have a question for you. What advice would you give us when we feel discouraged about our studies or life?
Discouragement is a feeling, emotion. It's not an enemy. It's your friend. It is come to you to tell you a message. Discouragement tells you, beta, beti, get up from your sleep. You're sleeping. The whole world is running and you're sleeping. Look at the birds, animals. They don't get discouraged. No one becomes perfect without a failure. Failure is the step for the success, correct? So, if you are discouraged because you are not successful or you have not got expected marks in the examination, it tells you that you work hard, you take trouble. And when you work hard, trouble, naturally be at your feet. So discouragement will fly away. So discouragement is not your enemy. It's your friend. It has come to you, your mind, with the message. Betty, study, work hard. Try once again. Don't give up.
Oh, that's the secret of your successful life journey. It's energizing and motivating for us too. We will definitely keep this in our heart. Sister, here's a flower for you with the quality of motivation.
Good morning, respected Sister Rufina. Good morning, respected Sister Stevina. My name is Pratyusha Arya. I am studying in Standard 8C. Sister, I have a question for you. In your journey, you worked as a school teacher, also in our school, science teacher, principal in various schools like St. Patrick Pune, and presently you are provincial superior. You climbed the ladder of success with dignity. But in future, if you are given a choice to choose only one designation, that is teacher, principal, or provincial superior, what would you choose?
Teacher. Because I love teaching. I love my students, my children. So I would like always to give them knowledge, skills, and wisdom, give them values to make them happy persons on this planet, to be the best people, happy, healthy, and leading meaningful life. So I would like to be teacher, either in the school or in the boarding, wherever I'll be teaching.
Oh, that's wonderful. Sister, your sincere answer appealed us. That shows your courage and grace. That shows you how dedicated and passionate you are. Thank you. Sister, here is a flower for you with the quality of truthfulness.
Good morning, respected Sister Rufina. Good morning, respected Sister Stevina. Myself, Shavika from Standard 10. Sister, I'll end up our today's podcast with my last question. Finally, sister, what's your secret recipe for staying joyful and energetic all the time? Coffee, bread, or both, or anything else?
Of course, sometimes coffee, and most of the time, prayer plus, you said both, huh? Prayer and working hard. I am an IPS professor, IPS person, following GPS of life to make myself successful. Now what is IPS? Not that what you are thinking, IPS exam, people, children appear and they get the post of collector. For me, IPS, I stands for Intimacy with Jesus my Lord. P stands that I am passionate about my work, my teaching, leading the sisters, helping them to grow spiritually and strong in their mission and be healthy. And S for surrendering to God. That is my IPS. So I'm IPS professor. I am following GPS. GPS not there but you for use in your vehicle to find the direction. G stands for gratitude. I am grateful to God. Especially today I am very grateful for this people appointment, our government there and the school here. The school where I started my career as a teacher. And I had a very good colleagues like Miss Leena and Miss Efina who got retired. They were very good as a maths and science teachers. We got together all the time in science lab. We went for the courses. We planned programs for the teachers, students and teachers too. That gave me great opportunity to go ahead with other places. So I'm grateful to God and grateful for this institute and our superior general provincials who sent me from different places to places. mistake. I can make a mistake, but not God. So, looking at things, situations, people with a positive attitude, positivity. And S stands for service. I'm here to serve. Serve the people, serve the children, serving them by giving knowledge, giving them values, making them and showing them right way to walk in.
Oh, so that's the secret of staying joyful and energetic all the time. Sister, you definitely remember your words. Sister, you're a person with spiritual depth and simplicity, rooted in faith, radiating God's love. You are down to earth despite your provision. Sister, here's a flower for you with the quality of spiritual depth and simplicity.
The podcast we just witnessed was not only a creative effort, but also a reflection of our love, gratitude, and admiration for our sister Rufina's inspiring presence in our midst. It gave us an opportunity to journey through her vision and values in a unique and memorable way. As we conclude this segment, let us carry forward the message we heard, a call to live with love, to serve with humility, and to walk together as one family of Nirmala. Now with deep joy in our hearts, we move ahead to the next part of our celebration. After experiencing the beautiful podcast dedicated to our dear provincial superior, Sister Rufina Tuscano, our hearts are filled with gratitude and joy. To honor her presence in a special way, we now invite our respected